Hey, what's up everybody? We are back today with the next stop on our Orcs Must Die journey. This time we're headed to Double Trouble, which is part of the Lost Adventures DLC. There are going to be 5 new maps that you get access to with the DLC, and before we get in, we're going to grab our push trap upgrade, because we're going to make some use of them in this map. Now, I can say this map alone is enough to make you want to quit playing the game entirely. To have this map be the first map in the DLC is crazy because it is so difficult. The par time is like 14 minutes on War Mage, and I have beaten this map so many times and come just short of making the par time to only get 4 skulls that it just made me crazy. I found this strategy works really well. You just have to be very quick about everything you do. You just really can't be any waiting between rounds. You can take time at the beginning, set things up, but after that, you just gotta go.
It's about to get dark in here, friend. Know what you
so
want?
little room for error. The first couple waves are really rough. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna wait for all the orcs to come up here, because the reason I picked up the upgrade for the trap money early was to get a little bit of extra money early on, since we have to defend 2 different sides that are exactly the same. Get a little extra money if you let them come up and let some of them get killed by the swinging mace. Otherwise, there are some vats of acid in each hallway you can tip over that'll help slow down the waves, but you don't get as much money by doing that, so pretty much just back and forth, use your lightning ring. If you want to pick up the fire ring instead of the lightning ring and do the line of fire on the floor, the rift is close enough that it's easy to kind of spam that a bit, because you just back up to the rift and it'll refill you. But what we're going to do now is move the mace to the left here, and they're going to transition over to the other side and do the same defense, but now we have enough for 3 tar traps. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to wait again and have them come to us. But once again, for the same reason, we're just trying to build up a little extra cash early on. Later on, it doesn't matter if you go up and start hitting the acid vats, because money's not so much of a problem once you get some defense set up. But right now, you're really hurting for money to be able to defend both sides. So that's kind of why I'm letting them come to me, even though we're on a time crunch. And just back and forth. You can see how close I am to the rift now, so you can just fill up your mana real easily. Little machine gun crossbow action, back and forth, clean them up. Okay, now we are going to put down some barricades here, and a little tar, and that's all the tar we have. And we're gonna head down here, and the next round starts off with kobolds. So we're gonna take out a few, and then we're gonna knock over some of these acid vats I was telling you about, just to slow them down a little bit. And then we're gonna head over to the other side, because kobolds are coming from the other side as well. Let's take out a few of these little guys. We'll head back over here, see if anybody's coming up. We'll take him out, come back over here, take him out. And it's just a matter of keeping the kobolds off you for this round. After round like 4, this gets a lot more, it gets a lot simpler, because you finally have enough money to defend things. But for right now, this gets kind of complicated. I picked up the wind belt so that I can slow these waves down. Otherwise, this just becomes a complete train wreck. So it just gives you some breathing room, so you can defend both sides real easily. All right, we'll take this guy out, back up, take these guys out. There we go. Everybody from here is down. What are we missing? Oh God, the wind belt bugged this guy. One of the bad downsides of using the wind belt is this nonsense. So he's still alive, he's just stuck in the stairs, passed out like a drunk. And the lightning's not working. There we go. Alright, so we're just skipping that pause entirely, because we just don't have time for it. We're letting the orcs come down these hallways, so that does give us a little bit of breathing room to set up traps. So we're using that time to set up traps. Okay, the other reason I picked up the wind belt was for the gnolls. Now I'm gonna knock the gnolls into these acid pits to the left and the right. Now you don't get your coins when you do that, but for this round, for my opinion, it's just better to just get rid of the gnolls entirely and not worry about them and deal with defending. Otherwise, you can just stun the gnolls underneath the maces and they'll take them out. It's just, this round is really hectic, so it's better not to have to worry about things going wrong with a gnoll attacking you and slowing you, and it's just, if you can get them out of the way, get them out of the way. The pittance of money that you get from the coins is just not worth throwing the whole mission over. Alright, we're gonna get more kobolds here. Just make sure you're giving a little extra love to this side since it has no grinders. They're not really going to get through on the other side because of the grinders. And then after they come, I think we get crossbowmen. No, orcs. If you're looking for a good spot to just kind of post up and watch what's going on both sides, like the side of the rift is the best place to do that from, because you can see, you just kind of turn from side to side. I'm just doing a little more active defense than you may necessarily need to. Alright, we're going to put a third mace in this hallway. This is kind of overkill, but I'm doing it anyways.
I'll never see this coming.
Put some more tar down here. Alright, eventually I'm gonna make both sides of the hallway look the same, more or less, but for right now, it's just, we just don't have enough money to do that, so the barricades are serving that purpose. Now, just stun them, and the maces will take care of them. Alright, so no big deal on those guys. The gnolls are really no longer a threat. Throw this guy over here if they get through. I should have turned around. I knew there were two coming. At this point, you just don't have to be as vigilant. You still want to give that side some love. This side with grinders is just doing a lot better off. Okay, we're just gonna sell this stuff real quick, and we're going to switch things around, but we're just gonna go with our round anyway. So we're gonna put maces like this, this, and this, and then we're gonna fill this in.
This will be good.
We need to sell that tar at some point. We're gonna put one more tar here, and we are going to put some push traps here, like that, and that side is effectively defended. Okay, put a push trap, crap, they're in the wrong place. Alright, we'll sell those later. Alright. Kobolds out of the way. We don't have enough money to pick that stuff up.
Decisive. I like that.
You can pick up your trap resets whenever you want. I'm more concerned with getting the traps down than I am the upgrades on everything.
Like making orcs also.
Alright, we'll sell these. Let's see here.
I like
Sell
this one.
that, put that there. Put a grinder here, grinder here, grinder here. And we will step. I need
An
1,500.
interesting choice.
Alright. Hey look, we sold a mace. Great. Alright, whatever. 2 maces is fine. It doesn't matter. 2 maces are plenty to defend. If it becomes a problem, we'll put it back later. I'm not that worried about it. you're ever having a problem kiting those purple balls, all you have to do is like kite them into like a wall or something.
That was fun.
Like one of those pillars. You can kite them into a pillar. They don't do that much damage, so unless you have like 15 of them coming at you, it's not really worth the effort. But God, it's sold another mace.
A treat for
All right, we're putting that one back. That's ridiculous.
Step right this way, Mr. Orc.
Okay. That's everything over here. Now we have money for this stuff. This.
Until later, I suppose.
And we're gonna put an archer down right here. And here come the gnolls. But they are not getting through any of this. There's no way. These traps are gonna wreck them. Yep, there goes one. There goes another. Start the next round, grab some fire arrows, set up some archers. Grab that coin, shoot these. Give ourselves a little bit of help on the next wave. Not that we need it, but whatever. Don't worry about taking too much damage. You can always just back up to the rift and it'll raise your health again. It's so close. All right, next round. Let's put some more archers down. And these next rounds, it's just a matter of maintaining your defense. I mean, there's nothing really that's coming that is so horribly bad that it's going to ruin the game for you. I mean, obviously, still be vigilant about watching both sides, but because it would suck to have this all go wrong at this point, but there's really nothing getting through these defenses. You can see how the acid vats help slow down the waves a little bit, or at least kill off some of the waves as they come. It's not necessary to do that. It just makes me feel better about it. All right. Go ahead and get an archer, and we'll go ahead and pick this up. Because I don't know if that's required for the push traps to deal with the Ogre Magi or not, but just in case. Alright, we'll go ahead and shoot this, and this, and this. And if we're quick enough, we can hit this. Come on, there we go. Alright. Enough of that. Let's say goodbye to the gnoll. Ogre Magi that are in here. Just getting wrecked. And this should be the last round, yeah. Okay. So we'll check out the time on this. This went pretty smooth. It wasn't screwing around with too much. So I feel like we're good on time. We're not gonna be that good, as I said. The part time is real low here. Okay, so like 1 minute and 8 seconds. I mean, that's nothing. You can burn 1 minute and 8 seconds in no time. So if you're doing this map on your own, make sure you are not wasting a bunch of time between rounds. Just go, 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 go. Have your plan put together and move forward, and that'll get you through this one. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please share them with me down in the comments section below. But if you got anything out of the video, sure would appreciate a like on the video or a sub on the channel. Keep an eye on the channel for more. The next episode in the Lost Adventures will be up tomorrow. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.